All right, y'all. So I just got to address all these comments that are on my reel right now of me explaining and backing up Remind versus Lilu's position. I was saying that it was disrespectful that Lilu kicked him while he was dancing. Breaking our rule number one has always been no touching. But you guys are making this so cheesy and so corny. There's unwritten rules when you're battling. You know, it gets aggressive in a real street battle, real breaking. At least when it started, touching was involved, whether it was a push, a little beanie grab, whatever. Either you can stop it right then and there and be like, yo, that's it, you're disqualified, or that's it, I'm not battling you because you're not listening, you're not obliging by the rules. Or you can be like, oh, you want to, okay, we could both play that game. And then you can get in his face. And when you guys are both being aggressive and grabbing each other, which was happening the entire battle, the moment that Remind accidentally kicked him, it was really just because Lilu was getting served, and he's done this time and time before. The pattern that he has, and you guys are like, oh, but Remind touched him first. Remind touched him first. Bro, if you guys want to be so technical about who touched someone first, in the very beginning, when he walked into the circle, when Stalemans walked in and Lilu started flipping him off, first of all, already, that's not the time and place. You have kids around. This is a huge sponsored event that's supporting the B-Boys. So already, Lilu already kind of started off wrong. But whatever, it's breaking. I like passionate battles, right? And then they walk around and he walks up to Crumbs and he tapped him on his chest, like, what's up, what's up? For those of you guys who are like, oh, Remind touched him first. No, Lilu touched him first, okay? But that didn't matter to me. That touch didn't matter because when I saw both of them grabbing each other, throwing beanies, going under the legs, all that, like, it's an unwritten rule and you guys are both obliging to it. So you could have stopped it from the beginning, or like, okay, if you're gonna touch me, we're gonna play that game, and that's fine. But really, what we really need to talk about and figure out is, why are grown men submitting to fighting as a way out from when we're dancing? We should not be fighting when we're dancing. At this age, before I kind of would have let that slide because we were younger, but at this age, we should not be fighting as older men. And I don't like seeing our legends like this. We need, as a culture, we need to figure out better positions for our legends to shine versus seeing them gradually lose their pace of their, where they're not on point, they're not on their primes anymore, they don't train for things like this. We just need to find better positions because it kind of starts making them look weak. So that's what we really need to talk about. We should not be fighting, right? And then especially at an event like this, where there's a lot of kids, we should be setting an example. I understand it's in the heat of the moment. We've got to do better. If you guys want, I'm going to be going live on my kick.com/Odinrock at 3:30. I'm going to be streaming the Red Bull BC1 USA Finals, and I'm going to be giving my thoughts. I gave my thoughts on the entire battle, Stalemans versus Pokemon. It's up on my YouTube, and you guys can get a reason why I think the way I think and why I say the way I think. For those of you guys that don't know me, I've been dancing since '93, from part of the Furious Styles crew, active in the battle scene, but we've been consistent for 33 years, and we're celebrating our 33rd anniversary, which is also the longest running hip-hop event in the world. Those of you guys that don't know me, who are you, this and that, do a little bit of research, do a little bit of your homework, and then you can see why I talk the way I talk. Yeah, man, join me on kick.com. I'm open for discussions. I'm not mad at some of these comments. A lot of them are ignorant. I see a lot of videos are doing it for clickbait. I'm willing to talk to people. I'll pause it, whatever we need to do, and you know, let's build.